Muppets tonight on the DarkMatch. Hi, I'm Ironbite, and I'm more felt than metal tonight.
I'm Christopher Says. I'm DarkMatch's Mastodon of the Monotone, as usual.
I'm the Lone Warrior, and I've had really weird spider dreams.
And I am the gatekeeper of digital hell, Megafire Free, with what's Evan Bourne tweeting now?
Ooh, something new.
I wonder if WWE 13 will have Twitter handles, random tweet pop-ups, and Cole talking tweets. Might make gameplay as annoying as viewing.
Oh, Bourne.
Already setting the first embers to that bridging structure.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's right. I mean, good lord, this whole embracing of social media that WWE is doing is kind of annoying.
Well, it's more of a strangle than an embrace.
Yeah, but at the same time, let's face it, Twitter's is going to be the death of many a wrestling career, and Bourne, this is kind of like step one in the 100 parts program, how to be a dumbass like Matt Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that there's that too.
Pretty much.
Although from everything I've seen about WWE 12, it's looking like a pretty damn good game.
Actually,
So,
I'm not sure about like the graphics, but the gameplay actually looks much improved from the last one.
I think there's way too much emphasis on game graphics. Everything's got to look real and blah blah blah. No, I just want something that's fun to play.
What real is one thing, accurate is another.
Mm-hmm.
The characters don't look accurate, or rather, the wrestlers don't look accurate.
I'd sacrifice graphics for gameplay, but that's a topic for some other show that reviews video games. Because, guys, it's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights.
Oh, goddammit.
It's time to meet the Muppets on Raw Super Show tonight!
No, we're waiting about like a half an hour, maybe 40 minutes for that.
Well, yeah, 20 or 30.
We do have to get through a Rock promo and a CM Punk versus Mark Henry match.
Yeah.
But, hey, you know what? I don't care. We've got the motherfucking Muppets on Raw.
Yeah.
And that is
awesome.
Yeah, for a preliminary assessment, they hit all the right notes with those Muppets.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted them to be used just a little bit better, but as we'll see,
they were still used pretty damn good.
Yeah, it could have been a shitload worse. I mean, like, Hugh Jackman was used damn well. He was used to get another person over. Like,
he was used to get Zack Ryder over, although does Zack Ryder need help?
No.
Well, if you ask him on his Twitter, he needs help getting a U.S. title match, but that's...
I'm fully expecting the Survivor Series to see Dolph Ziggler doing the job to Zack Ryder.
Yeah.
Well, guys...
Well, it's his hometown. That may not happen. Almost his hometown.
Well, guys, last week, John Cena asked The Rock to be his tag team partner. And this week, we're going to have The Rock live via satellite.
Live, via pre-recorded video, basically going on and on about how,
No, The Rock's not going to team with you, John Cena. The Rock will not team with you at Survivor Series because The Rock does not like you, John Cena.
But the people have tweeted me, and I'm the Rockers of the people, so sure, I'll team with you.
Yeah, we basically just summed up a good 10 to 15 to 20 minute promo by going, I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it.
I think it was
a 20 minutes.
minutes.
I think it was just like 5 minutes long, and that's it.
I mean, it the most in terms of everything surrounding it and the promo itself, it was 10 minutes, and I remember this because I believe I commented on it in comparison to TNA. Like that 40-minute post Bound for Glory Impact introduction we will never let them live that down.
No, we should never let them live that down because if you say wrestling matters and then you open up your post-WrestleMania show with a 40-minute promo...
And that's going to be so hilarious when we get to SmackDown.
Yeah, it will. But after The Rock basically says his fans want to team up with Cena, so I'll team up with you, Cena. We get CM Punk versus the World Heavyweight Champion, Mark Henry. However, John Laurinaitis, some guy, I don't know what he actually does. I think
he's a janitor.
Yeah, I think he's a janitor.
They say interim general manager, but really, does that matter?
No, it doesn't. He's to remind us that if Punk wins this match, he's going to have his title shot against Alberto Del Rio at Survivor Series. Now, everybody's going,
shenanigans.
Oh, there are shenanigans. But here's the thing. Everybody's going, oh, Punk can't hit him with the GTS. And I'm like, he's got two other finishers, the Anaconda Vice
and the Roundhouse.
And the Roundhouse Kick. I'm not worried.
Remember, this is WWE, and I'm pretty sure it was Michael Cole who said it. And why are we taking anything Michael Cole says seriously?
I don't know.
I mean,
go on.
The very idea that John Laurinaitis is coming out to introduce it pretty much just drips. Yeah, CM Punk has like the best chance in the world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This was a pretty good match, I thought. But then again,
they made some of them.
I like anything with Punk in it right now.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, Punk can do no wrong, and can actually get a decent match coming out of a slightly hurt Mark Henry.
All shall kneel before Punk.
And even Mark Henry was, from what I remember of the match, Mark Henry was. I think part of that match, part of the credit should go to Henry for that match.
Yeah, he's been booking that for every one of the matches. He's been in the main event. He's been showing up for the past 3-4 months.
Yeah, but end of the match comes around when Alberto Del Rio comes out with Ricardo. And Del Rio more or less throws Ricardo into the ring, and he slides in, takes off his shoe, and starts hitting Mark Henry with it. And the referee sees this and calls for the bell, making Mark Henry the winner by DQ. And I can't believe there was competence from a heel. I don't get this. I don't like this.
Yeah, it's that good way of any kind of crafty heel or any opportunistic heel dodging any strong opposition.
The best part, though, for me of this segment was after Punk dives out to the outside and murders Ricardo. Punk grabs Ricardo as Del Rio hightails it up there, and he goes, "No, you should not. No, don't do that. Don't hurt my announcer. I like my announcer." He's like, Punk goes, "Oh, hey, Ricardo, there's someone who wants to talk to you."
Yeah, remember you beat with the shoe.
Throws Ricardo into the ring, where Mark Henry eats him.
Yeah.
And we don't see him for the rest of the night. It's like, wait a second, why did Henry do that? Oh, because Ricardo hit him with a shoe. Who hits somebody with a shoe?
Layla.
Layla.
Oh, yeah.
It's obligatory, folks.
Yeah, yes, it was.
After the match, Michael Cole, he's hyping up the Jim Ross challenge for later tonight. And
Michael
Cole challenge. But
oh, God, this.
That was definitely a lot of things happening, that Michael Cole challenge.
That was
however, but before that, Justin Roberts introduces our special guest hosts.
The MUPPETS!
Kermit and Piggy.
Yeah. And out come the WWE's resident Kermit and Miss Piggy, Vicky Guerrero and Jack Swagger. I'll leave it up to you to decide which is which.
Well.
Oh, wow. This promo between Jack Swagger, Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy, and Vicky Guerrero could only devolve into one thing. Excuse me, excuse moi, chest bump.
Yes, and it did.
Yeah.
Although Jack Swagger got in a Waka Waka.
Yeah, very emphatic Waka Waka that he made to try to make sound villainous, but like I did like the line frog legs in a ham sandwich. Like, yes, that worked out.
Yeah, let's threaten to eat the felt Muppets.
The thing I noticed during that segment, Vicky and Swagger were having the time of their lives. You know, they were trying to come off as pissed, but you could tell they were just loving this.
Yeah, I mean,
Who wouldn't?
And
You get to work with Muppets. And speaking of Muppets, out comes Santino Marella. And he just said that he just came from John Laryngitis, because why not? And apparently, Jack Swagger is going to have a match with him, Santino Marella, while Zack Ryder, woo woo woo, you know it, will be taking on Dolph Ziggler.
in a non-title match.
In a non-title match for the billionth time?
Yeah, and you know, I just loved Santino coming out and saying, "You have a match tonight with me," and it's like, "Oh no, Swagger's got an easy win. What do we do?" Because Santino was trying to. Well, on paper, you look at it and it's like, okay, Santino is wrestling a match against Jack Swagger.
With Vicky Guerrero in his corner.
Well, to put it one way, Jack Swagger is kind of shit, and I mean, I'm just talking about his status, like kayfabe wise, and people such as him are still piss fucking scared of the Cobra, so I don't.
Yeah, the only way I'd be piss scared of the Cobra is if they put it over as like some sort of nerve punch or something.
Yeah, they give it the mandible claw treatment in terms of.
Yeah, when he hits you, he's not. The reason why he holds his hand like that is so that he can get at a very vulnerable pressure point on your body.
Yes, he is in fact Kenshiro.
Yes, exactly.
Well, he does strike the neck, so they could go with that.
There's that too. But before we go out to the before we exit this segment, holla! Here comes Kelly dressed up as Slutty Pirate Cowboy.
Oh yes, Slutty Pirate, just like Artie Venom predicted.
She was wearing the same costume that frickin' Dixie Carter was.
See, the thing about it is, someone on the boards, I apologize to whoever said it, forgot the username, but they said that she was supposed to be the Moonlight Knight from Sailor Moon.
No.
No.
The Moonlight Knight wears like a tuxedo.
No, the Moonlight Knight was an Arabian Knight.
Okay, yeah, now I remember.
Yeah, Tuxedo Mask was the guy in the tuxedo. Come on.
You're thinking Tuxedo Mask.
I know.
K Squared gives Kermit a kiss on the lips, and we head down to commercial.
Yeah, Piggy gets picked off, but we saw no Chop, which pisses me off.
Oh, we'll get Chop later.
Yeah, we'll get a Chop later.
However, break Kelly, come on,
guys. It's Halloween. That means it's time for the annual Divas Battle Royale costume.
Hooray!
Which was kind of fun this year.
Yes, it was kind of fun. They didn't have a lot of divas because, well, they don't have a lot of divas left. And most notable, at least for me, was the wrestling geek goddess that is AJ Lee.
India
dressed like Katana.
Yes, dressed as Katana. Oh my God!
Have you seen that clip of her trying to do the Katana fan raise?
Yeah.
Yes, I was about to say that when the match when it begins, she tries to do the fan lift on I think it was Tamina, and Alicia Fox just comes over and says, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm a geek, and I'm like, "Oh, I just want to hold AJ."
Yeah, pretty much I'm guessing every smart became a fan of her. I wish War Machine had seen that.
Yeah, but he's fired, so.
That's
no, he's not fired, folks. You will hear Mr. War Machine at some point.
Yeah, I noticed one of the Bellas, the Bella twins were dressed as the Mario Bros, and one of the Bellas had a Peach plushie that she used as a weapon during the match.
That should have been.
It's kind of the other way around in terms of Peach and Mario.
Yeah, it kind of is. I'm not exactly sure what alignment the Bella twins are anymore. I think they're Bella twins, so
yeah.
I just don't
really.
If they just had Brie as a face, Nikki as a heel, we would be fine.
No,
exactly.
They tried that. It sucked.
Yeah, kind of. Well, weren't they paired up with Miz and Morrison, and one was paired up with Miz and Morrison, the other was paired up with Lundrick. I
One
can't
was pissed up with Miz,
Huh?
one was paired up with Morrison, and it was bad because it was like nobody cared because it was ECW at the time.
Yeah, it was. However, so our final four come down to Alicia Fox dressed as a sailor, Natalia dressed as the Queen of Hearts, Kelly dressed as
Slutty pirate cowboy thing.
hooker, and Eve
Reba.
Torres as Sexy Robin. Oh, by the way, guys, I forgot to mention, Beth Phoenix is dressed as a queen, and she's on commentary.
Yes, Violet Adorn.
I wonder who's going to win this. Oh, yeah, Eve Torres. Okay, Alicia Fox and Kelly get dumped over the top rope by Natalia, and then Eve pushes Natalia through the ropes to win the match. She is now your new number one contender. I'm sorry, she's your old number one contender. I'm sorry, she's the number one contender for the Divas title, which means absolutely nothing.
You know,
Well-
I will say this. I don't mind Eve being the number one contender because at least her match with Beth was leagues and leagues better than her match against, say, Kelly.
Yeah, well, nothing else. Hopefully they can expand upon what they did at Vengeance. But I will say this, though. Beth Phoenix may not live downstate. She may not live in the city, but it's still New York. She might
Damn
lose.
Skippy. So, we go to the back for my favorite segment of the night.
Oh, yes.
Professor Honeydew and Beaker.
I called this when I first learned about the Muppets being on Raw. I said
Oh yeah.
they were
Pretty
going to
much like-
have Sheamus, Beaker interaction.
Yeah, and they did it in spades.
Yes.
Everyone was anticipating this. Yes, Sheamus puts over the fact that Beaker is a distant relative.
Yes.
Yeah. The point of this segment is that Dr. Bunsen Honeydew mixes up a potion that Beaker needs to get to Santino right away. Unfortunately. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, Beaker runs into Christian, and Christian does him a favor and pours it out, and calls him a nerd. This brings in cousin Sheamus, who asks, "Is there a problem here, fella?"
And Christian, he does the smart thing. He goes, no problem.
No problem. And then it turns out that Sheamus and Beaker are related, and internet nerds everywhere
Are given internet nerds everywhere squee, and then realize they've been given unlimited ammo for more memes involving.
Yeah,
Beaker is actually speaking Gaelic, it turns out.
So,
Yeah.
you know what? I didn't.
Well done.
I didn't see that. You know.
That's one of the comments I read. Was someone pointed that out.
So we get, we see Air Boom coming out for their last match for the next 30 days.
Oh yeah, I remember just tweeted about this. Like, oh god, why did I look into Air Boom's entrance?
Oh Jesus! It's so bright and flashy, and it's like you're not expecting it. So you go from Sheamus and Beaker to blah.
Boom, 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 boom. I don't even know.
The future Air woo woo woo.
I don't know if anybody knows this, but Air Boom will not be competing for the next 30 days due to Evan Bourne failing a wellness policy test.
The rumor is it's not steroids, it's synthetic pot or something. It's the same thing that Heath Slater got busted for. But still,
Strange tweets.
Yeah, it does explain a lot. But Bourne, we won't even get into that. Let's just go into the match with Air Boom versus Cody Rhodes and Wade Barrett, which is actually kind of an odd pairing if you think about it.
Yeah, but it was actually kind of foreshadowed, like both people would be prominent on SmackDown. And crafty fuckers, they actually pick up the victory.
Yeah, after getting the jobber entrance. So yeah. That's kind of out of nowhere. But hey, you know what? Whatever.
It's a
It was a decent match. Yeah.
After the match, however, Christian runs down for whatever reason and starts a beatdown on the tag champions. And this brings out Beaker's cousin Sheamus to make the save and kills Cody dead with the Baroque kick. And then we get Waldorf and Statler.
What?
Why couldn't they be on commentary?
Because you don't want them making fun of the show for the entire 2 hours. As awesome
we got
as it
Michael
would
Cole
have been.
doing that.
Will vary my talent.
They do a little thing. Do their and
They make
This
a
one
joke.
was this one was one of them going, "What?"
yeah, I think it was the what joke. Then we go back
Yeah.
to John Laurinaitis talking to somebody, and Punk comes in and is like, "Hey, you know what?
So
I still
who you
want my.
texting?
Who you texting there, Johnny?"
It would
And then
have been awesome if he had just taken the phone and threw it away.
And
So-
take the phone, toss it over his shoulder. We need to talk.
Yeah, exactly.
I just got DQ'd on purpose. I think you need to
maybe.
grant me my title shot because of that.
Skater boy.
Skater
'Cause-
Boy and Laurinaitis is like, I'll grant you the title shot if Del Rio says you can have the title shot. And Punk says, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and
You're welcome for that.
On paper, this seems like a terrible idea because there's no way Alberto Del Rio will willingly give Punk a title shot.
Until you see what happens next.
Yeah. So the next match is Alberto Del Rio versus The Big Show.
You know what?
And
Poor bastard.
Split cam.
no Ricardo. So Justin Roberts has to announce Del Rio. This match was the match of the slaps. Del Rio tries to do something awesome. Big Show slaps him away.
Well-
he tries to go to the air. Big Show slaps him away. He tries to go to the ground. Big Show slaps him away. Slaps him away. Slaps him away.
It's like, I don't know
Barely.
if I could explain the fact that Big Show went over, but I do understand that the reaction to this was a pretty split camp. Some liked it because it was very slow, yet some hated it because it was very slow. I don't like Paranormal Activity.
Or actually, I think Big Show and Del Rio don't really have great chemistry, but it was it was a decent length match, and it was a decent match. I mean,
Yeah.
it could have been
It
so
told
much
its story
worse.
very well. Del Rio can't beat Big Show, or rather, Del Rio can't beat anybody
Tried it.
without Ricardo's help, which we've seen this before with Miz and Alex Riley.
Nonetheless, he could make a huge goddamn effort. He was making an effort to wear Show down.
Oh yeah.
It
He definitely was. Eventually, Big Show connects with the big right hand, and it's over. As Big Show is walking away, out comes the Cult of Personality, CM Punk himself, and they exchange a little.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing great. Hey, your victim's in the ring. Okay, I'll go do something about it. Punk gets into the ring with a pipe bomb and a water bottle, and Punk's down right next to Del Rio. In case anybody wants to know what punking is, it's where CM Punk sits cross-legged in the middle of the ring. He wakes up Del Rio and says,
Hey,
"Okay, Del Rio, I'm going to ask you a question, and then I'm going to put you then I'm going to twist you into a pretzel with a little move I like to call the Anaconda Vice. I'm not going to release the Anaconda Vice until you say yes to giving me a title match." And then he
proceeds
does
to
it.
do just that. And Del Rio's
Yeah.
like, yes, you get your title match. Let me go.
He said yes!
He's like,
And
he
then
said
Punk-
yes. Hooray!
Punk gets his mic back up. Unfortunately, he got it wet, so it shorted out. So he got another one. Yes, that's exactly what happened. He dropped it in the puddle. There's no shenanigans. He says, "Hey," he said yes. We're going to Survivor Series for the WWE Championship. Yay! And so we go to the back where what?
Yeah, so Swerve in itself, Gonzo and Fozzy are there. There were rumors that Gonzo's Handler wouldn't be around, but
I guess
those
yeah.
were just rumors.
so they don't do much.
Fozzie is in awe of everybody. He's saying they're built like apartment buildings. Well, to a Muppet, they probably do look like that. But Gonzo's like, I could be champion if I tried. And in comes
Zigzwag.
Zigzwag with
The Cougar
Vicky.
Coalition.
Yeah, the Cougar Coalition. They stretch out Gonzo pretty good. And Gonzo's like, how'd they know I needed an adjustment? And they basically threaten the Fozzie and Gonzo. If any of the other Muppets interrupt their match later tonight, the same thing will happen to them. They're trying to not have another Hugh Jackman another Hugh Jackman moment. So we go to commercial. We come out, and there's Animal.
He's ringing the bell.
Bell match. Ha ha ha.
Maybe people were pissed that he wasn't in the Diva Battle Royal.
Yes, and I suddenly know where Delirious comes from. He knocked up some chick. I don't know how it happened, but
it makes perfect sense if any of you.
Woman.
So it's Jack Swagger versus Santino Marella, and this is actually once again a good match because Santino Marella is just embraced his role as the comedic.
He's been doing that for the past 3-4 years, hasn't he?
Yeah, but at least he's no longer trying to be, super serial. He's just out there. He knows he's got a job for life as long as he keeps doing shit like this.
Well, my favorite part of the match was the fact that the finish was a very clever subversion. Like, they didn't go for anything cartoonish. They didn't go for anything cliche. It just worked.
Yeah, it did.
Swagger pretty much has the advantage the entire match. Like, every time Santino looks like he's going to, start a comeback, Swagger just punches the crap out of him until it goes away. And so Beaker pops up from underneath the ring with a vial of God knows what.
It's blue mouthwash. It was just blue mouthwash, but it's the mixture Bunsen Honeydew mixed up earlier, and he tells Santino, me.
And Santino, he looks at it, he's like,
Muppet, understand.
And he drinks it, and normally it would be like, oh, this is giving me super strength. But this is not TNA. Instead, Santino gets this look on his face like, what have I done? Turns around and spits it into Swagger's face and then rolls him up for the win.
Yeah. No Cobra, but some shenanigans from Muppets. But you know what? It worked.
So yeah, some very admirably crafty shit.
Yes.
Ain't no rule that says Muppets can't interfere in a match.
That is true. There is no rule that states if you get something from a Muppet, it cannot be used as a weapon.
Even so, I mean, he still clearly spat something into Swagger's face in front of the ref, and it should have been like
an instant DQ, but it wasn't.
Lately when he's been doing the Cobra, he puts that thing on his hand, and that's kind of foreign. It's not part of his.
No, he actually takes that off. That's part of his entrance. He throws it to the crowd.
No, he's done before.
Oh, he has.
It's not part of his gear technically.
Oh, well, there you go. So we go to commercial, we come back. It's time for Zack Ryder versus Dolph Ziggler, and this is something I hope never goes away. I will say this. Granted, we've had Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston, and that got boring fast because Kofi Kingston can't cut a promo to save his fucking life. But Zack Ryder can cut a promo to save his fucking life. And can deliver in the ring.
They got great chemistry together.
Yes, these two have been working so long together. I expect that if you're driving down the highway from a WWE event and they're on the road, you'll see Ziggler, Swagger, and Ryder all in the same car. This is once again.
That gives me a very hilarious mental image of them driving. Vicky's the one driving. They're like, Vicky, we want ice cream.
Well, don't they actually have a bus? Don't they have a bus for the heels?
No, everybody drives together. or people. You know what? I don't even know.
You have to be special to get a buzz, I think.
Yeah, you got to be Randy Orton to get a
And
buzz.
CM Punk.
Or Punk, or
CM Punk,
Cena.
Or
Big Show. Although you get Big Show at least.
Yeah. So this is a Zack Ryder Dolph Ziggler match. It's great. It's one of those typical one. And when we say typical Ryder Ziggler matches, we mean it's a pretty damn good match.
I think this was the match of the night, to be honest.
Yeah, it really was. Finish comes with Zack blocking the zigzag attempt. You know how everybody does it, grabbing hold of the ropes as Ziggler goes up, and then hitting the Rough Rider. But,
there was a bit of shenanigans before that where Ryder counters Ziggler's attempt at the corner splash, gets him in the face with both boots, and Ziggler goes down. And it looks like Ryder's got the 3 count, but Ziggler had his foot on the rope. Although the ref sees it as he hits 3 and goes to call for the bell, he sees the foot and is like, ooh, shit.
Yeah.
Which is, something that, if it was TNA, tough nookie.
Yeah. But in this instant, the ref is like, 1, 2, 3. Oh, shit, there was supposed to be a rope break there. No. Whoa, I screwed up. Match continues. Ziggler
gets out of the ring, Ryder goes after him, and as Ziggler runs past Vicky, gets into the ring. As Ryder goes past Vicky to get into the ring, she grabs his leg. Ziggler hit him with a pretty nasty boot, and then the finish comes the way that we talked about a minute ago.
It's actually, like I said, once again, this is a pretty damn good match, and I would not be surprised to see Ziggler doing the job at Survivor Series to Long Island Iced Z.
Yeah.
Because God knows they've put a lot of effort into making him merchandise. He's got the glasses, he's got the headband, he's got the shirt, he's got a scarf. Why does he need a scarf?
He's got a wall clock, he's got and a bunch of other things. iPad.
I think it's a hooded scarf.
Skin.
Yeah.
I
guys,
a lot.
Here comes the worst segment of the night. And it involves Michael Cole.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, are we talking about the replay of Nash attacking Triple H?
No, that came just before this.
That.
No. I'm talking about why Jim Ross is not there for the Michael Cole challenge.
Well, actually,
keep in mind.
Of pertinence, Laurinaitis signed Kevin Nash to a contract.
Oh, yeah, there's that, too.
So there is that.
But who cares about that? Because, Michael Cole's got to make poopy jokes about Jim Ross.
Yeah.
Hooray.
And however, we do have some payback. Statler and Waldorf get to say, "Hey, you know what's worse than
the Michael
not
Cole
hearing Mike?
You know what's worse than hearing Mike? Yeah. Go.
Yeah.
Michael Cole and Mike. Nothing.
Yeah. I screwed that up. Well, we're still in Muppet mode because there's Miss Piggy in the back with Job Morrison.
And someone is freaking the fuck out.
Oh my God, how dare you, GW! I'm going to say more shit about that'll ruin your career. And Morrison luckily gets the fuck out of there, but brings in Hornswoggle.
And Hornswoggle shows off that he's got a tattoo of Miss Piggy on his leg, tries to get a kiss, and here's what everyone was expecting.
The karate chop.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And for any those who don't know, Hornswoggle is a huge mark for the Muppets. Tattoos all over the place. That may have been the one that he just got.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been.
I think they actually showed pics of that, and it was the one he just got.
Kermit comes in, and, is like going, "It's okay, Horny, it's okay." And then in comes Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes has this expression on his face. He looks down at Kermit. He rolls, he does his little, neck swivel and eye roll, brings out a Muppet-sized paper bag and bags Kermit's. And
Kermit just stands there all dejected, like, oh.
Yes, the holes were on the bottom of the bag.
Cody must have been trying so hard to hold it in. Just to put that bag on him.
So we go back up to Statler and Waldorf, and they make a joke about not being able to see.
And it's like,
Of
well,
course.
thank God. It's like, thank God. Who's seen in wrestling? The Miz. Thank God I can't see that. Or something.
Oh, I'm
like that.
getting dizzy.
Not good for
Yeah. Speaking of which, we've got a WrestleMania rematch: John Cena versus the Miz, and R-Truth is nowhere to be seen.
So, immediately, shenanigans.
We know there will be shenanigans, but at the same time, this is actually a pretty good match because, well, Miz and Cena actually seem to be working very well together.
If nothing else, it shows how much Miz has grown when he pretty much counters the so-called 5 moves and then mounts his own pretty good offense.
Yeah. Unfortunately, however, the finish. It goes down like this. Cena and Miz go brawl to the outside, and as Cena is up against the barricade, he gets grabbed by a guy in a Scream costume. Okay. Gee, I wonder where this is leading to. Miz tries to capitalize on it. Cena shrugs it off and locks in the STF. Miz taps like a bitch. In comes the guy in the Scream costume, and spoiler alert, it's R-Truth.
And Cena lays him out with minimal effort.
Yeah.
So
Pretty fucking stupid idea, WWE.
Yeah, he rips the mask off Truth, puts it on himself, goes, you can't see me. And here's the problem, and I think this is what Chris was about to say. You've officially made your match of The Rock and Cena versus Awesome Truth completely pointless because Cena just took care of the two of them with no fucking problem.
Yes, no effort whatsoever. Last week it was all, you guys have pushed me to the limit, and there's nothing I can do now. I got to get The Rock.
Why do you need The Rock, Cena? Ratings? Pay-per-view buys?
If they were
They're going to do a fusion dance?
If the WWE was reality, the next week, Rock would come on and go, well, I see you handled them without me, so go fuck yourself. Well,
I mean, if they did do that, it would definitely make this angle a little bit schizophrenic, but nonetheless, it would be better. They have since The Rock has come back, they've booked him really shittily.
Yeah.
And it's not like a huge knock against him. Of course, he does sound like an asshole with every satellite promo he makes, but they've booked him awful.
And it's only gonna get worse. Is it 2 or 3 weeks?
We got 2 weeks left. We've got next week is they're in England, and then the week after that is a 3-hour Raw that features the return of The Rock, and then we got Survivor Series. I actually did suggest something. I did actually suggest something during our little pre-show warm-up on how they could have salvaged this thing. At the beginning of the show, you have The Rock live via satellite pre-recorded video package saying that, yeah, I'll team up with you, John Cena. Okay, I don't like you, but Team Bring It wants it. Fast forward to later on the night, and you have the shenanigans go down. Only R-Truth and Miz really do beat the crap out of Cena.
Yeah, they get
and then, if you smell what The Rock is cooking, and The Rock beelines down to the ring. Oh my God, The Rock's here, and he's standing tall with John Cena. Wait a second here, but he did a live via satellite promo. I'm confused.
That would totally for the smarks, that would make him feel totally worked. It's good.
It would have been a legitimate swerve.
For the casuals, it would have made him explode. So
yeah. It would have been worked in a good way. And I'm not sure what...
It would have been a swerve that would have made Vince Russo jealous.
It's just I don't understand why they didn't do that. It's not like Rocky was that far off. He's shooting G.I. Joe down in New Orleans. That's only a brief hop on a G5 over to Atlanta. Or, if you're really cheap, Delta Airlines flight.
I guess I think what it ultimately is going to be is that they're trying to save The Rock's big return to Raw since that
7
episode.
years.
Well,
except for
since that one episode earlier this year that
honestly
talk about.
I say fuck it. They shouldn't have. Well, first of all, I'm a little peeved that they eschewed the old school Raw, which was probably the best 3-hour special they had ever last year, unless you count the one that just ended with the Nexus invasion. That one was shit beforehand. They shouldn't have even had The Rock on Raw before Survivor Series. Like, the significance of him returning to MSG 15 years later. If I hope I'm not mistaken that's when Survivor Series 1996 was, but like, why would they kind of blow that off by having him on Raw beforehand?
Because I can't blame it on TNA. I guess
can't either.
But yeah, it was at MSG 15 years ago he debuted.
Really, I just want that 3-hour Raw to not be another The Rock gets a verbal blowjob for 3-hour Raw. It's going to be, but I don't want it to be.
Well, there's good things coming about it, but I'm not going to actually talk about it because...
Oh yeah, of course. I completely forgot about that. You are right.
So there might be good things, and very good things coming into WWE. However, folks, that was Raw. We have to say goodbye to the Muppets, because we got to move on to SmackDown.
SmackDown, a.k.a. a shitload of wrestling.
And not a whole lot of talking. So for anybody who watched Impact the night before, and you were starving for wrestling, you're going to be starving for talking.
Yeah.
And we open up with an actual street fight with Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes.
Now,
the greatest Intercontinental Champion of our times.
Yeah, to preface it, but like really talk about the result. This thing went on for a half an hour, like including commercials, but nonetheless, it's one of those songs, like one of those very long songs that should be 3 minutes, but it's like 6 minutes. Maybe want to take out a few verses. There was some great shit in this match, but it wasn't like during the middle portion. I was bored out of my mind.
Tears.
Yeah, there were segments where it was kind of like, get on with it.
But still,
I do have some news though. In case you guys didn't know, Randy Orton broke his cherry in this match. He broke his staple cherry. At some point, Orton got his head busted open and required staples to close them up.
Are you sure that's the first time?
Pretty sure because he tweeted that.
Oh,
as well as a video of him getting the staples put in.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with what the man himself tweeted about, but okay. For some reason though, even though this was a street fight, this match really just orbited the ring a lot. I thought in a street fight it was falls count anywhere, but apparently I was wrong.
I mean, when they specify it as falls count anywhere, generally the emphasis shows up more. But nonetheless, like as I said, the middle portion, I didn't think it was that great. It wasn't helped by the fact that they've already had numerous matches before, but as soon as they're outside and Rhodes like pops up from the barrier and hits Orton with the mask, match just picks the fuck up. Oh my god! Like the spots that followed were just excellent. Like Rhodes hooking in the figure four and then hitting him with the mask in between that. Like,
yeah, that was actually it kind of. I think that was a good thing for Cody because on the one hand, it's like it shows that he's not afraid to take the mask off. Whack, no. And he waffled Orton with it pretty damn good. Didn't get the count, or didn't really go for a pin afterwards. He probably should have. Or
probably
did he?
Should have, but
So, the end of the match comes. Rhodes hits Orton with the mask, and he goes for it again. He waits for Orton to get up, and he goes for it again, and he misses. And Orton handles it the way you'd expect, starts kicking the crap out of Rhodes. takes the mask and hits Rose with it. And they end up outside. Do they end up outside after that?
No, it's Rhodes is about to. Oh yeah, Orton starts pounding the mat. He's about to hit the RKO, but then Rhodes escapes it, and he does the springboard roundhouse, the flying chuck. Basically, after that, Orton kicks out. Rhodes is about to go for the crossroads, and then Orton back body drops him. And right when Orton goes for the IEDDT, Rhodes just reverses and rolls out. And hell, that's quite some toughness. They trade blows on the floor and go over the finish.
The finish is, of course, RKO.
Well, it's preceded by that the hanging DDT from the ringside barrier on the floor. That's
pretty cool.
You can't devalue that.
Orton kind of looked like he had for a second I thought Orton had hurt himself because he was like, jeez.
Well, he kind of did.
So yeah, there's that. What we do get, we get that. However, after the match, Orton bags Rhodes.
Yeah, he's not very into it. As soon as he does it, he gives a quarter-hearted shrug.
And by the way, Cody Rhodes' protective face mask has been cracked. Whether or not this will actually come into play with the Rhodes character later on
Here's hope.
Is up to debate.
As I said on the boards, end this. This facet has really run its value has run its course. He doesn't need the mask anymore, even though his face without it is kind of a huge tan line.
Yeah. So we learned that we're going to have Sheamus versus Christian, because why not? And Matt Striker has after the upcoming match, Matt Striker has an exclusive interview with Mark Henry. And the next match is Tyson Kidd with no TV entrance versus Ted DiBiase? Wait, what? He's still got a job?
He's not just a superstar star.
Yep. Well, they put over the fact that on Twitter he's kind of had interactions with his fans, tailgating before every show that he goes to as the DiBiase posse.
So they've changed his gimmick again.
Well, yeah, he did that. It's pretty much like his E. Long Island story. It's his own effort, I'm guessing, and they just reference it. I mean, is
he gonna make a YouTube show now?
I hope so. I would love to see a Ted DiBiase doing tailgate parties before every SmackDown. Going amongst the fans, going, "Hey, how you doing? What we eating? Oh, we're eating hot dogs, eh? All right, let me move. Hey, what we eating? Wow, you've got a full gourmet kitchen setup. Wow, that's awesome."
And honestly, I think the YouTube show idea is, in a way, it's a great way to help help you be ready to do promos. I mean, let's face it, Ryder didn't have problems cutting a promo before, but I think the True Long Island story helped a lot. And for the guys who they're okay on the mic, but they clearly need the practice, why not have them do a YouTube show or something? Yeah. See how that goes. I mean, it's not just look at the dirt sheet. Miz and Morrison, at least as heels, they really built themselves up there.
And then they got strike gold every time.
Fucked up.
Yeah, quite. How hilarious is it that I'm not even gonna make a comment on the PG thing. It's no opinion about it. But when they had their TV-14 thing, they were actually doing what Zack Ryder was doing and making shows to put over their wrestlers. And the funny thing is, Zack Ryder started his gimmick on the dirt sheet.
Yeah. Well, technically, yeah, he started it on the dirt sheet, but
What's up, bro?
Yep, he's definitely he's made himself. He has made himself more so than anybody in the WWE creative. But getting on to this match, Tyson Kidd versus Ted DiBiase. Tyson Kidd gets no TV entrance. Gee, I wonder what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, DiBiase wins with Dream Street.
Forgot what it was, but he did. Tyson Kidd did something very impressive. He always does something very impressive at least one thing in every one of his matches, but I think it was like his reversal of the Dream Streak.
I would actually counter and go with the backflip out of a back suplex. How often do you see that?
That may have also, but yeah, nonetheless, he impresses me. They haven't really done anything significant with him. They gave him a stupid bodyguard against Daniel Bryan, and then not a trigger point event.
Nothing. So we go to the back.
DiBiase wins with the Dream Streak.
Yeah, we already said that. We go to the back, and Matt Striker's with Mark Henry, and Mark Henry basically says, "I handled my business at Vengeance." No, you didn't. The match went to a no contest. I'm not giving Big Show a rematch. Technically, your match never finished. Hey, what you doing, Daniel Bryan? You're taunting me with that Money in the Bank briefcase. No, I'm not. I'm cashing in at WrestleMania. No. You know what? I don't care what you're waiting for. You can't beat me. And you know what? I'm gonna go talk to Teddy Long. We're gonna have a match.
My
Okay,
beard's
see you in the
better
ring,
than
Mark.
yours.
Bye.
Daniel Bryan was just standing there like, I was just trying to get a donut, dude.
Well, actually, like his look was a mix between like scared and
I'm Daniel Bryan. I'm Daniel fucking Bryan.
I mean, his response was perfect though. So, hey.
See ya.
Yeah. But so we get our next match, which is Alicia Fox wearing a fox.
Now, to her credit, I knew she was wearing a fox. To her discredit, the only reason I knew she was wearing a fox is because Michael Cole said, and I quote, "She's wearing a fox."
The obvious.
Yes.
So it's Alicia Fox versus Natalya, and guys, Alicia Fox just got safer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was about to mention that, but I'm glad someone else picked it up. There were about 8 spots in it. Natalya had a great Boston Crab and continue Ironbite.
As Natalya tries to turn the Boston Crab into a sharpshooter, Fox starts kicking her in the face. Natalya picks her up, and Fox counters with a Inzaguri.
Yeah, it almost looked off. Almost looked more like a Gamengiri, but...
But you know what? It's still something new. And her new finisher is a flipping leg drop. That looks... No, I didn't really see if it was a double or if it was a single. But it's a flipping leg drop.
And stand to a leg.
And it's not that axe kick.
No. Thank Jesus.
Booker T loves her new finisher.
Yeah, because
ironically,
it's not making his axe kick look like shit.
No, but he loved her axe kick too.
Oh well, then again, I think Booker T loves anything a fellow black woman does. Racism.
Judging by his commentary, I think Booker T just likes anything.
So
yeah.
After this, we've got Big Show in the back, and he's heading out to the ring. And he gets in the... when we come back from commercial, they show the footage of the ring collapsing again, and shows all, he's not a monster. He mentions he's not a monster anymore. He's a man with a bolt at his neck who likes to talk. And he basically says that he has unfinished business with Henry, and if Henry doesn't get it, he can always go ask Del Rio. And basically says, well, until I get my title match with you again, I'm going to punch you the fuck out.
He doesn't say just that. He says, Mama's gonna knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out.
Yeah, Mama
says knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Yeah, that was actually kind of funny.
And it was. And here comes Christian.
Yeah, without having said it, he pretty much said, I want one more match, which pretty much is like a bat signal to Christian.
Which is awesome, in my opinion.
Somebody's saying one more match.
But not
the Christian signal has been lit. Cue my music.
The greatest thing is, the first thing that Christian says is, he's like, I heard that clever mama gonna knock you out line, and oh shit, I fucked up. And he was like, I really couldn't top that.
He figured it was time for his match against Sheamus, but he asks Sho, why does he deserve another match? And Sho gives him the standard, why do you think I deserve another match? It's like, why wouldn't I? And Christian says he doesn't come out to ask for one more match to annoy people. He does it because he deserves it.
Yeah, but you still annoy people, Christian. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Christian is obviously part of the Christopher Daniels school of being a delusional bastard.
Yeah.
But Christopher Daniels makes it entertaining.
Yeah, that's true. The amusing thing was, Big Show goes to scratch his cheek, and Christian goes, whoa, 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 whoa. What? You were going to knock me out. No, it wasn't. You were going to knock me out. No, I wasn't. I was scratching my cheek. No, you were going to knock me out. No, Christian, I'm not going to knock you out. Chokeslam!
Well, he didn't knock him out.
No.
He didn't punch him.
That's the joke.
He just took him out the other way.
And this will lead into the next match because, well, as we all know, Christian does have one more match against Sheamus. And he's on the outside. He needs medical attention, basically. And Michael Cole's going, Christian, are you okay? And Booker T is, come on, dog. You gotta man up. You gotta match, dog. Come on, dog.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Before they cut to commercial, they showed this image. They showed Christian, and the way he looked, his face was hilarious. He had this face. Yeah. It's like it looked like I'm a fish. Glug glug.
Yeah.
Owie. So,
that hurt.
Sheamus comes out, and
you hear the ref and Sheamus talking clearly. They put the sensitivity of the camera mic up to 11 just to hear these two going. Well, come on, what's going on, fella? He can't compete. Well, that sucks. Get him in the ring. I'll beat him anyways. And this brings out Wade Barrett. And instead of Christian versus Sheamus that we've seen a billion times, we get to see the former bare-knuckled champion because, we have to put that over versus the Great White Hope.
Fuck it. I like it. I like this match. I thought Wade Barrett's added some valuable spots to his repertoire, specifically ones where he just sets people up in some kind of position, be it on the corner or like tied up on the ropes, and then just slugs the hell out of them with his boot.
Yeah, I am waiting. I am waiting for the day where Wade Barrett goes to do that spot, and the guy he's doing it dodges it simply by falling backwards, and he flies over the top rope.
Could happen.
But yeah, this is actually a pretty good match between Barrett and Sheamus. These two guys work very well together.
I wouldn't mind seeing it on pay-per-view.
No, I wouldn't either for a belt of some sort. Perhaps an intercontinental or perhaps a European title?
You're just referencing WWE 12 because I was resisting that.
They didn't figure out.
I don't know what I was
referencing. Then after Del Rio's title reign, he's going to go for it because he's descendants of Queen Ferdinand. I mean...
But, you know what? That would actually be a pretty interesting storyline.
So technically, he's from Spain.
Yeah. This match ends with Christian recovering suddenly and jumping up on the apron, like going, "Okay, I'm ready to go. Barrett, you can leave now." Oh shit, Sheamus! Thunk, and Barrett rolls up Sheamus for the win.
Yeah. After the match, Sheamus grabs Barrett to go kick his ass, and he turns around, and there's Christian to spear him out of his boots. And Barrett and Christian, they go up to ramp together like, the best of pals. And you can pretty much hear the,
And Sheamus gets up. I am loving the fact that even though Christian can spear the shit out of Sheamus, he gets up.
Because it's it's not like Edge's running hunk of doom. It's Christian's running hunk of doom.
Yeah,
it's effective.
So we go to the back. We go to the back. We go to commercial. We come back, and Sheamus is pissed. He's beating Christian down backstage, Wade Barrett tries a blindside attack, but because it's fucking Sheamus, you can't blindside this guy. You can't ambush this guy. You can't do anything that would actually take down a face because he'll just get back up and get back in your face.
He went Super Sheamus.
Exactly. You could tell because his hair was all orangey and glowy, and he's glowing. Oh wait, no, that's because of his skin tone. The thing about Sheamus is Booker T and Michael Cole both said it correctly. He'll take 3 hits just to hit you once. But for those 3 hits that you give him, that one hit of his will put you down. Because, well, he's Sheamus and he's a Great White Hope. I don't know why they call him the Great White. I mean, I understand because, he's blinding in certain lights, but
I think he called himself a Great White as in reference to a shark, and they just kind of stuck with it.
But, yeah.
Well, honestly, I like it better than calling his Crucifix Powerbomb Pale Justice, which they tried to do for like a week or 2.
So, they finally get them separated. They go to the Raw rebound. Nobody cares. It was Raw. We already discussed it. Although it does mean there's
it was
Muppets
a rebound of the Muppets.
There
was one bit. There was one bit where it was like in an interview area where Animal snuck up on Hornswoggle.
And scared him half to death. I did like that they did expand on what happened Monday with the Muppets, because there was some backstage stuff that you didn't get to see that was probably exclusive for WWE.com. So it was kind of nice to see that. But we've already discussed Raw rebound. We've already discussed Raw. We won't discuss the rebound
go ahead.
We've got Daniel Bryan talking with Big Show.
Yeah, Big Show at the beginning of his kind of a douche phase of the night.
And Show, he comes in, he's like, "Don't worry about your briefcase, man. I'll watch it for you. I'll be in your corner tonight, so I've got your back."
Okay.
Which was, I mean, on the one hand, you kind of get why Show would be like, "Yeah, I'll be out there with you," because he wants to kick Mark Henry's ass.
But at the same time, it's kind of not his business. So.
Yeah, there's that. I But we've got a Sin Cara match coming up. So, yeah. We cut to commercial. We come back, and before this, we've got Brodus Clay making his re-debut on Raw next Monday.
Once again, they're repackaging him, kind of.
Yeah, he's now a human rhinoceros.
Yeah, now he's just a monster heel. Before he was just like a very nonchalant, I don't care, it's my career, it's my business, I'm just going to fuck you up and not care about it.
He said he's the monster under your bed, which I severely doubt because he's so huge.
Yeah, my bed would be levitating a little bit.
Yeah.
But we have Sin Cara versus newly acquired talent, Epico.
Oh, I know Cologne. Yeah, a little background on Epico. FCW has Tito Colon, another one of the illustrious Colon family, which includes Carlito, that's not cool, and Primo, who's I think still on Superstars, I'm not sure. And,
yeah, he is.
And Tito Colon does another gimmick called Epico, except he has a mask on. So, why?
I don't know.
I'd just like to say that Epico is actually a pretty bad name in the States, because when I heard, I thought it was like Epicac. So.
Yeah, that really makes you think of Epicac. I mean.
It's the way it sounds. It makes me think of Epicac.
I mean, I expected this match to be, like, horribly one-sided for Sin Cara, but hey, Epico does a goddamn gory special. Like, that's very significant.
I'll be
that
honest,
is, because
I did not pay attention to this. I missed this match somehow. So.
Really, well, it really was a blink and you'll miss it match. The finish comes when Sin Cara going for some top rope move, and down comes Homicide. I'm sorry, that's
Hunico.
Honeycomb.
Yeah. those insults I don't think can be leveled at WWE.
That's kind of unfair.
He's a Hispanic guy with a thick bandana covering his head, so yeah, of course he's homicide. But honestly, I like Hunico. I think he has great body language and he has great facial expressions.
Yeah, and he can speak English, so he's got that up on Sin Cara.
Like that's also why I wouldn't just level that's really stupid comparison.
I know, but he looks like generic Hispanic heel number 5.
We compared Hunico to both Anarchy and Homicide. We compared him to both members of Mexican America.
And yeah, he's also everyone is leagues above Anarchy. I mean, and being kind of harsh against Anarchy, he's a competent guy, but I don't want to fucking see his face on TV.
He's the Mexican Buff Bagwell.
Yeah.
So Hunico and Epico beat down Sin Cara because, you know what, why the fuck not? And Epico sends Sin Cara into the ropes and then catapults him into Hunico, who botches a powerbomb.
Well, I
think it was supposed to be a spine buster, actually.
It was.
Oh, well, they fucked that shit up. So
apparently they had done it worse because they ended up taping.
Yeah, this was the better of the two takes they did. We see Mark Henry is going to take on Daniel Bryan, and they've added Big Show to the graphic. And we come with we go to commercial. We come back. It's time for your main event: Daniel Bryan versus Mark Henry.
Big Show in the corner
with Big Show. Yeah.
You know what? I'll say it. I think this one would be the match of the night, just because. Well, ignoring the fact that it's Daniel Bryan. It was a really good match. It was a good big man versus little man match, and Henry looked even better than the normal.
And hey,
I think that's because of Bryan.
Hey, back to Bryan. They didn't fucking humiliate him. They didn't make him look bad. All the times he's been jobbing, they made him look very good in defeat. Like he was attacking Henry very sparely at the beginning.
But they made Bryan look like he probably could have Henry's number if he wanted to, but it was just Henry's got way too much, and add to the fact that he had Big Show in his corner, so that might have done a little something. The finish comes because this was all Mark Henry, but when Daniel Bryan was getting his offense in, he was getting his offense in, so he had back.
The crowd was responding.
The crowd was
pretty
behind Daniel Bryan.
Which I'm glad to know because the last few SmackDowns he's been on, they've been pretty dry.
Yeah, they really.
Hey, but they put him in the main event at least on TV.
Yeah.
Got it.
The finish comes with Henry hitting 3 avalanche splashes in the corner, and on the third one, Big Show slides in the ring and knocks Mark Henry the fuck out. Meanwhile, Daniel Bryan is by the announce desk, and as D-Bry gets DQ'd, Big Show runs out and grabs a water bottle, and he's trying to wake up Bryan. Because he's like, come on, dude, cash it in. You'll be world champion. You'll be world champion. And he gives him his briefcase, slides him in the ring, and the ref goes, Bryan, do you want to cash it in? And he's like, yeah. Oh, hold on 1 second. He goes to slam Mark Henry with the briefcase and eats the world's strongest slam. And Big Show's like, gosh darn it. All right, let me get in the ring and let me knock out Henry once again. Henry manages to grab the briefcase, takes out Big Show, and then hits him with the world's strongest slam. Big Show gets back up, and this brings out Teddy Long. Holla!
And
let me tell you something, player.
You gotta go one-on-one with The Undertaker. But since he's not here, you two are going to be going against each other at the Survivor Series. Player.
For the World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, I find his MO these days was who's he put him against? Randy Orton. No, wait, he can't use that either.
Actually, let's be fair. If there was a fourth guy in the ring, there would have been an instant tag match.
There probably was.
But
So, yeah, it's going to be Mark Henry versus Big Show at Survivor Series for the World Heavyweight Championship. And, yeah.
touching
make
on
it a
the end of
beard
the
off.
match, with Brian, with Show going out and, trying to get Daniel to cash in, there's two ways to look at it. You can look at it as, Show just wanting Henry to not have the title. And so, thinking, okay, well, I've got this guy, he's got the briefcase, it always works, let's go with that. And Daniel Bryan was just going along with it because he just got squashed and was still, completely out of it. Like,
Yeah,
ooh,
there's that.
I'm at WrestleMania.
I just wanted a donut.
I just wanted a
Or-
donut. That's
The
all
other
I
way-
wanted. I just wanted a donut. Why did I get suckered into...
How did I end up in this match? But no, the other way you could look at it is, well, Show wants the title, and if it's not on Henry, it'll be on Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan is a small little fart that he could knock out easily.
Yeah, that's where my kind of a
That's
douche comment came from.
That's if you go under the assumption that Show cares more about the title and less about revenge. Although I think that is kind of the deal.
I
About that. May not be the case. Like,
I was just informed by my roommate that this is all a revenge thing. So, yeah, we'll go with the revenge thing. So basically, so for Survivor Series, we've already got we've got some good we've got a good match. We've got a good card coming up. Pretty good for Survivor Series.
well,
It hasn't come together completely.
yeah, they
But-
have two Raws to bring home the importance and the build up for Rock and Cena, but they kind of fumbled it in this last one.
Yeah.
We've got Henry and Show. We'll probably have another Rhodes versus Orton match.
Hopefully for the
Yeah.
Intercontinental title.
We've got Punk and Del Rio. We've got Rock Cena versus Awesome Truth.
Ryder.
And did we mention Eve Torres versus Beth Phoenix?
No, I was trying to remember if there was a Divas match.
Yeah.
They might TNA it.
I don't think they'll TNA it. I think they're going to set more up in England, which is coming up, which is where they're at right now. They're very
Barrett versus Sheamus.
Yeah, we might see that, or we might actually see a traditional Survivor Series match, or we would if Evan Bourne hadn't got his it's hold on a second. I am being asked by my roommate for something. Yes, go ahead, roommate.
That's a faint voice.
Yes, apparently I was asked why they've paired the Christian action figure up with the Heath Slater action figure.
Pro and rookie. Pro and rookie on
what?
NXT. Pro and rookie
Are
on
they
NXT.
really pro and rookie on NXT?
Yes, I remember that.
That.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Do you remember who Justin Gabriel's pro was? Matt
Yeah, Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
Apparently my roommate is just now finding out that Evan Bourne got suspended for a wellness policy violation.
And now I do the party dance for the Miz because his dad can't sure about this anymore.
I don't know what's going on behind me. There are weird things going on in this
Honestly,
room.
actually, this could be
I've got
good.
two ladies dancing behind me. I think I need to join them.
Tell them to get off my show.
You know, this could actually be good.
Play your goddamn show.
This could actually be good, and you know why?
Okay, now that we've got a feud between my fiance and I think that was Mega Fighter, I can't
That was
tell.
Mega Fighter.
No.
But let's
Yeah,
end
I-
this.
The bus.
Evan Bourne not having a match for the titles, if not a Survivor Series elimination match at Survivor Series, might be a good thing because You know how they could drop him to Awesome Truth? TLC
How?
match.
That's true. We could have a TLC match with Air Boom versus Awesome Truth. So we might have that. So let's end this with what gets more screen time than
Primo? No, John Morrison, because he didn't have.
No, he got screen time. He got screen time.
Very.
Oh yeah.
Drew McIntyre?
Yeah, Drew
We did
McIntyre.
McIntyre already. We did
I
McIntyre
didn't.
Vince.
McIntyre did
Anyways,
have.
who
God
got
damn
more
it.
screen time than Layla L?
She's still out for
That's
please
depressing.
look through Drew McIntyre. Even if he got a little screen time, a lot of people got more screen time than him. And
Drew
we should always focus on Drew McIntyre because throughout every angle he's been in, he's always had the crowd behind him as a heel.
That's true.
He's had
All right.
so much fucking.
So, what gets more screen time than Drew McIntyre? I'm going to go first again. Anyways,
Nothing.
no, I am not using Miss Piggy and John Morrison. What gets more screen time than Drew McIntyre is the Sheamus Beaker family reunion. Me, 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 me. That's Gaelic.
His lack of mentions of Twitter gets more screen time than Drew McIntyre.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I
that's
don't-
true.
They really didn't mention Twitter this week. It was scary.
Yeah.
What gets more screen time than Jay Lethal? I mean, excuse me, than
Drew McIntyre.
oh yeah, Drew McIntyre. Sorry, I forgot about him again. Let's see, the Usos and Justin Gabriel. They were the ones who held Sheamus back from Wade Barrett.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Christian's fish face gets more screen time than Drew McIntyre.
So have we all gone?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. This did generate. All right, guys. Once again, this is the dark match for the week ending November 5th. And guys, remember the 5th of November. It's Guy Fawkes Day.
Hipster.
Go blow something up.
Hipster.
Yeah, whatever.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, set your clocks back if you haven't. Well, by the time you hear this, you probably will have already, but still.
Yeah. Remember, folks, saving daylight is very important.
Nah. They should be longer.
Oh, God. Good night and good luck.
I'm Soul Hacker.
I don't get a catchphrase.
We done?